So we're back at it again with the Wenches of Waydora, season 4, episode 6. Let's do a quick recap of
episode 7, baby.
Are we on 7? Okay, so
Yep.
last
we are.
6. Oh, man, I got my episodes all off. So last week was episode 6. Then you say?
Yeah.
Fair enough. We started off with Anya meeting her little dragon friend, companion, who has just recently hatched a little obsidian dragon by the name, now freshly named, of Tiernan. And that spelling, Charlotte, is Tierranan?
Yep.
Okay. I'm amazing. I just guessed.
Means Lord in Irish.
Okay. They had a little conversation, little, animal handling moment there. The next day, the rest of the wenches met Tiernan and kind of set off for a little bit of shopping before heading to the Skyport. You guys went to the Central Market and the blacksmith. You got some stuff. You got like a little carrier for your dragon, Anya. You guys got the warm clothes 2 weeks ago, I believe. Last week was just a little miniature shopping. Solara was trying to look for some gems for her spells to no luck. You guys ended up meeting Xander. You went to meeting up with Xander. You went to the stables to figure out what you're doing with your horses. Got some sass from the stable boy. And ultimately discovered that the Emperor has made orders to send your horses to your Fateborn Manor, which is located off the Azure Sea in Lindhelm. And you guys decided to go to the Skyport, discovering and realizing that Vori cannot be reached by land or sea. You have decided to reach it by sky. You boarded the skyship with the Churnwoods after some talking and convincing of the scared Lady Churnwood, who's not too fond of sky travel. But after some conversing with Xander and Xerxes as well, the 8 of you set off for Vori. You met Captain Tush, which all of you have been thinking about all week and has been living in your brain rent
Especially
free.
Bo.
Especially as Bo.
I've thought about
Captain
it a lot
Tush
this
today.
week. I'm just thinking about him.
Yeah.
Wondering.
He's he is a man of deep lore, very curious individual who is piloting your ship with a crew of 4. So there are 13 of you aboard this small little green skyship powered by magical crystals, some sort of enchantment. Anyways, Xander was kind of like pushy and wanting to know the plan. You guys kind of held your cards close to your chest. Ultimately, you decided you're planning to jump out of the skyship over Vori, over this portal that you read about, the portal to Genesis, which you're trying to reach. You discussed this plan with Captain Tush. To your surprise, he was like, "Yeah, I mean, you're like the 3rd guy this week to say, So he's totally on board, or off board, if you will. And then finally at night, Diabras, the demon lord, who you guys are hunting, appeared to Calliope, of all wenches, in an attempt to parlay. He said that he will leave you alone in exchange for the location of his sons. And that is where we pick up. We fade that out.
Yay.
Slide that in.
The transition from the music.
Triumphant and heroic to death.
When I really wish I didn't work early tomorrow so I could have a drink.
Just go have a drink, baby.
No.
You're young.
You don't
Don't
work.
recover.
You don't work early tomorrow.
No,
Let's
I
go.
do.
Oh dang! I have jury duty
Yeah.
tomorrow, so
Oh, are you on for tomorrow?
I gotta call and figure. And
I hope
find
it's a
out.
murder trial. I hope you get on.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I
too.
hope you make national.
Interesting.
Spread the tea on Reddit.
I'm so upset because I want to do jury duty so badly, and
And Daddy
Chris
got
gets
it.
called for jury duty.
Yep. Bringing it back. Maybe I'll be inspired. Maybe the trial will inspire some sort of plot for D&D, but time will tell.
I feel like that's going in the
Better
campaign.
take Baldric level notes to come back and tell
This
us
is
about.
this is why I have my notes synced to my phone, so that if I get inspired on the run, I can be like, oh, let me do that real quick. Like, one week, I don't remember where we were, but Isabeau talked about a bar within a bar, and I pulled out my phone and I was like, bar within a bar. And that's how the Predators came to be.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
So, anyways, I remember all. Just
The
kidding.
secret bar.
So, Diabras is in your face, Calliope, and you hear the chains of something jingling, indicating his presence. And he basically gave you this deal, this parlay of, tell me where my sons are, and I'll leave you alone, and your little material world of Waydora.
I don't think we know where they are. I think we know they're just searching for them, right?
Yeah, they wouldn't tell us shit.
Yeah, they didn't tell us where they were. All we knew is they were hunting Diabras, right? Even through all of the notes sent.
Yeah, just tell them, wait for a bit, bud.
Yeah.
They'll come to you.
I've scooted back as far as I could and woken up Baldric with my anxiety and panic at this point. I can be like, I would love to tell you where they are. I don't know. They were decided to go off hunting you. Was the last I knew.
Hunting where? And he gets closer to you and he jingles his chains behind his back.
I don't like the in the face thing. Possibly the Nine Hells. I don't. They both split and didn't want to tell us anything, really. And have not been forthcoming with any information since then.
What does he smell like? Does he smell like sulfur? Does he have really bad morning breath?
More like eggs.
Does he smell like eggs?
I know you have been in communication with them.
Yes,
Send
We have-
another message and get them here. It would be a shame if that sunblade of yours would fall into the wrong hands. And he kind of glances over at Anya, sleeping.
Are
with
we
a
all
smile.
awake?
Nope.
no,
Are we all awake, or
Baldric's
is it
the
just
only
Clyde?
one
It's
awake.
just Calliope and Valdric. Valdric is still frozen, paralyzed by some sort of magic you would assume hold person, and Calliope is
Can't speak, right? With that, I assume.
Valdric pretty much her brain operates, her organs work, and her eyeballs. She can move her eyeballs.
I'm clenching my butthole so hard.
Stop.
Can I try to counter charm?
Not while restrained, unfortunately.
That's all I
And
can
I don't think I
potentially
can
do.
counterspell high enough to deal with whatever he's doing. Plus, I think it has to happen as he's casting the spell.
Do you have sending, Calliope?
I think I have message.
Or message?
What? I have message, but it's 120 feet.
Don't be like,
Oh.
I'm the wrong person for this, bud.
Yeah. Look and be like, I would love to message them for you. Unfortunately, I'm not the one who's been talking to them, and I can't talk to them.
Tell him to come and wake me up.
I'm gonna go to you.
Yeah, tell him to come get me.
Baldric's the one who's been
And
talking.
Diabras, you literally picked the worst wench to wake up
Yeah.
to help in any.
Baldric's the one who can get in contact with him. With at least Diamor. I don't talk to them outside of when we've seen each other once or twice.
He kind of waves his hand, and you feel sensation go from head to toe of paralyzation.
All I'm doing is fucking sitting here.
You
Can I try to counterspell that while he's doing it?
You can. It would be.
What is it? I can do it as a 5th level.
Yeah, let me read this here.
Idiot.
Look, I'm happy to counterspell, then act like I am paralyzed for the time being.
Actually, for counterspell, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
$22.
22. Okay. Okay, you feel your body about to seize up, and you're able to just kind of close your eyes and fight whatever it is in your mind that's forcing your muscles to act against your will, and the spell fails on you. Regardless, he turns his attention away from you to Valdric, and Valdric, you feel your muscles, there's a sharp pain all over, and then all of a sudden relax, and you have control over your body again.
Can I send a message? Can I do it twice, and one to Anya and one to Solara to wake them up? Can I do that while they're asleep? Does that work?
I believe so.
It doesn't say I can't.
Cast a spell through solid object.
I just want them awake for whatever's about to happen.
Okay. Yeah.
Everyone needs to be fucking awake at this point.
Yeah, it would be one message, and then you'd have to wait 6 seconds, and you could send the second message. So who do you want the message to go to first?
Anya.
Okay. What do you want to say?
I was like, I need you, like, Diabras is here trying to parlay.
Oh, this is...
Once.
I apologize. This is not telekinetic.
Is it not?
This is whisper a message.
Is it whisper?
Yeah. Oh, but you passed the hold person, so you can do it. It's just it would not be through your mind. It would be you would be whispering it out loud.
Amber's standing there looking at you like,
That might be a bad idea. Do I want them?
Maybe there's a language we both speak that Diabras maybe doesn't.
He didn't say it.
Maybe there's a language we both speak that Diabras does not.
Iconic. Maybe. The only one.
can I move my whole body or just my mouth?
You can move your whole body. It's back under your control.
Okay. It doesn't have to be a loud whisper. So I'm literally quietly. We're gonna do it. If he turns and casts hold on me again, then he does. I'm gonna really quietly whisper and send the message to Anya in Draconic. Basically going, Diabras is here, you should be awake. Trying to parlay anyone, Diamor and Vengeance. Very, very, as quietly as I can, hoping that Diabras is so focused on Baldric at this point, not actually paying attention to me.
Okay, you can make a stealth check.
While she's doing that, I would like to spit on Diabras and attempt to cast Brawlitham's Psychic Lance by screaming as loudly as I can.
Okay.
I got a 16.
Okay. Noted for your stealth roll. Valdric, the spell was what? Psychic?
Brawlitham's Psychic Lance.
I see. Let's see it. Okay. You spit and then you scream. Right, you're spitting into his face.
I mean, if he's level with me, yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't feel like that was bad.
You speed. You speed. You see the ball of spit shoot towards him, and then go through his head, which then turns into a mist.
Oh.
A misty hole kind of forms right where the spit was, and then it
You pussy
reforms.
bitch!
And he smiles and says, "Send the message. Bring them to me. Or I will send them after you." And just then his form evaporates. The mist dissipates into the air. Any hold person that was being done in the room lets up. The crew wakes up, and because of your scream, and you hear a booming pulse kind of in the distance. You hear two of them. And
That's not good.
Anya, not only are you immediately awoken by the scream, but you also, your dragon sense is tingling. Let's put it that way. Your sunblade is, you get 2 pulses of very, very heavy dragon presence. Draconic dragon presence that is other than Xerxes or Tiernan.
Shit.
My
You're-
awake. Or
You,
can move, I should say.
yeah, yep.
I'm
Alright,
sitting
I'm jumping
staring
out of
at
bed
Baldric
immediately.
with wide eyes.
Sunblade. So I don't know that. So do I see Diabras? I'm just gonna start swiping. I don't know that he's
He
not.
disappeared into mist form.
Yeah,
He's messing
you
with my wizard. I don't
as
like
as
that.
as you wake up, you see some sort of mist form kind of dissipating into the air.
Baldric pointing, saying, "Pussy bitch."
Yep, and Calliope pointing to you, because I think with her spell, she technically has to point and whisper, so you just see fingers pointed. Calliope, you wake up and see Calliope pointing at you, and the 2 pulses.
And I'm
your
whispering
sunblade.
in Draconic at you so you can hear me, telling you
Okay.
vague things of what happened.
Alright, so I'll say, well, then those 2 pulses must have been dragons. Because there's dragons near.
Dragons near now?
Because that's what we needed. I don't
At
like
least
the Diabras.
2.
I don't like he can just put himself wherever we are.
I don't like that he was mist formed and
Get
still able
everyone
to
else
hold
ready.
us
I'll
in
go
place.
tell Captain Tush.
As you say that, the hatch flies open. Ladies, crew, we've got a problem up here.
Yep.
Here
And
there be
problem down here,
dragons.
There be dragons. And you hear, and just the screaming of a dragon in the distance, one that you're familiar with, the scream that you're familiar with, not a dragon that you're familiar with, but
I was like, are we familiar
knowing that it
with
comes from a
dragons
dragon. And he
Baldric
leaves
pulling on boots.
Yeah, he leaves the hatch open. He runs back.
Not enough sleep for this.
Alright,
You know-
I'm gonna turn to my computer.
Okay. Yeah. Let it update.
All right,
the
Anya.
things.
Resident dragon person.
Alright, so I was gonna turn to Tiernan and say, do you want to go or do you want to stay?
Roll animal handling. I don't want to say persuasion because you're giving him a choice. Just kind of see where he's at with his
This little baby dragon.
little dragon head.
Outside.
Baby's first combat!
Baby's
That's got to be a D&D shirt somewhere.
That's gonna be the title for the episode.
baby's first combat.
First combat.
I rolled a 21.
Okay. He kind of, and hops onto your little mount that you made him.
Okay. All right. Here we go. And I'm just gonna go straight up the hatch.
I'm hopping along behind her.
I'm just going.
Yeah.
Pulling my boots on.
You
Person quietly.
Xerxes was the first to run up, followed closely by Xander. And
Well, I would have been the first one up, but my internet went out. Because
Yeah,
as
I
soon
know.
as the fish was like, "There's dragons," I would have raced up. But
Yeah.
all right, let me try this.
Okay, so all of you go up. The crew mates are kind of freaking out, scurrying around, grabbing stuff. You haven't heard from the Churnwoods. They seem to be still in their private quarters.
Probably the best place for them.
And yeah, you guys all run up to the deck and are immediately met with the wind whipping cold that is the frozen stretch of the Northlands. Traveling at a decent speed and at a pretty high elevation in the wintry landscape, it's pretty cold up here. Cold bites your face as you all climb up, and it's hard to see in front of you. Kind of see it's clear skies, so even though it's dark, you've got a good moonlight view of distant mountains in the distance, but it's immediately interrupted with the sound and eventually the sight of two red dragons flying side by side, and you see some sort of astral portal being closed behind them as they both there's two portals that close up as these two dragons enter, and each of them have two riders on the back. Can't really make out figures. They look humanoid, but there's two riders on each one.
Who?
And
Githyanki ride red dragons.
I don't want everyone to roll initiative.
It's the Yankees! Oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
I got an 8.
Charlotte is still so laggy.
Yeah, maybe go back to your phone, Charlotte. Or
21. Oh no, actually, 22.
I got a 5. Rolled a 1.
I got a rack.
That's okay. It gives me time because I don't know
Yeah.
what's
I don't like
happening.
being the
I
first
can't
one
wait to
to
see
Trying to
everyone
attack
else go
dragons is gonna
first.
be so rough. And also, I really hope that's not Githyanki on their
Oh
back.
no shit. Are red dragons fire dragons?
I think red dragons are fire dragons.
That means I can't use fireball on them.
No.
So sad.
here's the battle map. Boom.
Oh my god.
I
Okay.
have priorities.
Is this because I spit on him?
There
no,
we go.
I'm pretty sure it's him.
Why would he?
I mean, he said, I'm gonna send them after... Send a message or I send them after you. Which I guess he really didn't give us...
He didn't give us time to send a message, so if he's doing it, then he's a dumbass. There was no time to send a message.
It sucks because dragons usually have pretty high charisma too. I am unfortunately, though I call myself Dragon Slayer Voldrick, not very apt at killing dragons, which is why I've switched my title to Dragon Layer Voldrick.
This is making me sad that it's not Baldur's Gate where I've been hoarding dragon slaying air.
Calliope, what was your initiative?
8.
8.
Yeah, I rolled low, which is good, because I need to do.
True. And then Charlotte?
19.
Maybe,
19.
maybe Fireball will work on them.
Charlotte, can I have you reroll real quick?
13.
Alright. 13.
That means that one of them rolled real high on their initiative, which sucks.
It's true, but you won the tiebreaker, I'll have you know.
Oh, good.
Alright.
First things first, I'm casting mage armor on myself. I hope everybody knows this.
Yeah, I'll say there's a round that it took you to move up the ladder, and you would have used that round to cast mage armor, so...
Oh, you're glorious. Thank you.
I know, I'm
I
great.
gave you a turn to buff yourself before we
I buffed
exited the
myself
cabin.
So that my AC isn't fucking 13.
I only have 9 gold. I can't board the airship.
I'm gonna try to spread you out as even as possible, but I would assume this is the marching order you've got. I should really have a light over here. It's kind of hard to see, but you've got Anya. Here, actually, let me turn on the overhead.
Is Xerxes the little dragon-looking thing on the boat?
Yes, the dragon on the boat, Xerxes. That's not like a... That's a friendly dragon, right?
Yeah, so this
Okay.
this is Valdric, this is Solara, this is Calliope, this is
No, I don't
Anya.
want to be that far up.
Okay, I can move you. You came out of the hatch back here. I'll put you back here.
Thanks.
This
Let's not
is-
put the glass cannon in front.
This is Xerxes and Xander. Xander, it's actually their turn first. So you see, as you all make it up the hatch, you see Xerxes running towards the side and just swan dives off, does like a barrel roll, and turns into this black obsidian dragon.
Oh, that's
And
so
you
cool.
and you see Xander following right behind him, jumps, and grabs a saddle that also kind of magically appeared on the back of Xerxes. Grabs the saddle and jumps on top of Xerxes. Rides into the night. You see them dip
That
down
was
below.
really fucking cool.
You see them dip below the ship for a second out of sight, and then fly up. And he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, he's gonna go right here, 6. And you
Is
see.
there 2 riders on each dragon? Sorry.
There are 2 riders. You do see, so there's 2 red dragons here. They appear pretty small, about the same size as Xerxes, about the same size. But both of them red, and then you do see these riders on the back. You kind of see it's dark, but it's good moonlight visibility to the point where you can still see the moonlight reflecting off of their shiny armor that's also kind of bejeweled with red jewels here and there. And yeah, they just look humanoid from this distance in this light.
This is a really beautifully drawn airship.
Thank you. It's straight from the book. All the little orange stuff is barrels and boxes that you may use for cover. This is the hatch, so that's not cover. But this is kind of like an overhanging sail, I guess you could say, and underneath that is where the captain is, because you got the engine back here. So Captain Tush is underneath that, kind of in his own little cockpit, if you will.
Protect Captain Tush at all costs.
Yep, Xander and Xerxes fly overboard, and then you see, much like the red eyes that you saw of Xerxes, you see within him, his lungs, his underbelly, just as he inhales, you see bright red just grow from his underbelly. It kind of trickles up his body as he goes and lets out a torrent of red acid in a straight line all over these Githyanki. It's gonna hit all 6 of them.
Oh my god.
I did some pre-rolls here. This red acid is like glowing and just showering right on the over the side of the ship. Glad that it's headed that way and not anywhere towards the ship, because it looks very painful. I did some pre-rolling here. It's going to be, I rolled 38 acid damage, which is actually pretty low for that. 38 acid damage. Both the dragons and one of the riders failed. The other 3 riders passed. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that real quick. So let's see. 40. Valdrick, you're on deck, so be ready.
Oh, I'm ready, baby. Don't you worry about that.
Oh, I won't worry. So-
Valdrick is always prepared.
Oh, no way. No way did that just kill one.
Crushed.
No way. Let's see. What does the shield spell do?
It adds +5 to your AC.
Oh, let's see. AC.
I use that spell a
The
lot.
wizard knows.
Yep, and this is not an attack. This is an effect. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, like I said, acid just rains down and disintegrates, absolutely disintegrates one of the humanoid figures up here. Yeah, we'll say it's that one. Gone. Yeah, that's tough. And then the rest take half as much damage, so 15, it's gonna be 19 to the rest. Okay, that's their turn. Valdrick, you're up.
Nice. I would like to. Am I 120 feet away from, say, the other three?
Oh yeah, at least within 120 feet. Yep.
Nice. I'm gonna drop Synaptic Static in between the one rider remaining on that dragon and the two riders remaining on the other dragon.
Okay. Creature in a 20-foot radius sphere. Make an intelligence, and you're changing the roll to charisma.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll hit all of them.
Did they all fail or save?
I'm just reviewing it before I roll. Okay, I'm ready to roll now. So let's see, all charisma.
That's my 19.
Okay. One more. Dag. Okay. They all fail except for the front red dragon.
Cool. Everybody's gonna take 8d6 worth of damage and have muddled thoughts for the next minute. Except for that red dragon who's only going to take half as much damage.
Okay.
And not have muddled thoughts.
Alright, go ahead and roll the
Good
damage.
for him. It's a big roll. 10, 26, 30, 33.
Okay. 33 points of damage. Halved would be 16 for the one in front.
And then that muddled thoughts is they're all gonna take a d6 subtracted from all of their attack rolls, ability checks, con saves, and concentration rolls.
Yep. No way! Wow.
Aldrich's bloodthirsty.
The other humanoid figure on the back of this dragon had exactly 33 damage left.
Die, bitch!
I get the no way.
Yeah.
Die away.
I guess that
No
makes up because
way.
I like my pre-rolling was very, very enemy heavy and friendly, not friendly. If you catch my drift, so you shoot forth out of your DOS loot. I'm assuming
Oh yeah.
a purple orb of arcane light shoots forward and explodes right in between these two flying dragons. They try to cover their ears with their wings and kind of dip forward as the humanoid figures also put their hands up to their ears and scream out. One of them kind of just going limp and sliding off the back of the dragon in a free fall towards the earth. Cool. Do you want to move anywhere?
No, but I do want to give Bardic Inspo to Anya.
Okay.
I'm gonna inspo her by going, you see me gank that Gith just now, and give her double finger guns.
Anya, it is your turn.
Okay. So now there's just a dragon flying without a right.
True.
And do the dragons also appear? Do they appear like they're gonna attack us? Do they have an initiative roll? Or are they just teleporting?
You can make a insight check.
Okay. 15 plus 18.
Yeah, I mean they appear angry. They appear
They appear like they're gonna eat us.
okay. Hostile.
Okay, I'm going to Misty Step over to the dragon and hop on top of the dragon.
Okay. You're Misty stepping to. That's 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You can.
So if I need step,
Yeah, we'll say you move 20 feet there, and then you can Misty Step as they're maintaining their course with the skyship. Misty Step here. Okay. I'm trying to think. With it moving, you're gonna have to time Misty Step correctly. I want you to make an Arcana check and then a Strength check to hold on for dear life. Arcana for how well you can Misty Step.
It's dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to kind of lead it, Misty Step, and come down and land right around or near the saddle. Now you're going to try to reach onto the saddle and pull yourself up and hold yourself. Okay, go ahead and roll a strength check.
Oof. Saving throw or just a check?
I would actually say it's athletics.
Okay. 26.
26?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you Misty Step, fall down, two-hand grab onto the front lip of the saddle, and you're hanging on. What do you want to do now?
I'm gonna attack.
Mount that dragon! Mount that dragon!
Alright, go for it.
Okay. Wait, this wait. Okay. Does a 17 hit?
17?
Yeah.
17's a miss.
Okay. 20 hit.
20 hits.
Yeah, it's a dirty 20. So, okay.
Okay. Say your damage again?
18.
18 damage?
No, wait. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first attack
Yep.
misses. Second attack is a dirty 20 for 18 damage.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right.
Okay, third attack is a 17 plus 11.
Okay.
28. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
You like that ostinato?
20
what?
damage.
20 damage. Okay. You just keep cutting out.
And then I'm going to action surge. Do it all again.
All right. Roll it up.
I would like to rinse and repeat.
23.
Hit.
$14 damage.
14 damage. Okay.
$19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Okay. $12 damage.
Okay.
And last 26 to hit.
Yep.
And 18 damage.
All right. You see Anya dart for the back, heads up out of the hatch, runs towards the back of the ship, whips out her sunblade, evaporates in a cloud of mist, and reappears on the back of this empty dragon. Clutches on for dear life the saddle, goes to strike, and the dragon suddenly bucks from the sudden grappling. She loses her balance for a second, whiffs and misses, but the next 5 just does a flourish as she's holding onto the saddle, just slicing the back open of this dragon, and now it's looking pretty rough as it lets out a yell. It is now the front dragon's turn. Front dragon is going to go. Let's see. Front dragon is going to kind of do like a little maneuver, tilting to its side, just avoiding Xander and Xerxes as it does a C-cut turn, comes around and lets out just a cone of fire onto Valdric, Calliope, and Solara. I need the 3 of you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Oh no.
God damn it.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh my. Okay. I got a 14.
Okay.
I have protection from poison and fire.
Oh, I do have resistance to fire damage as a tiefling as well.
That's true. That's true.
I forgot.
Okay. So
Is that-
any fire damage you take is going to be halved.
I don't think I have any of that. I feel like I should have an invitation hazard, but I don't think I do.
Wait, Chris, should Tiernan have gotten an act?
I don't know what Tiernan can do, but he shares your actions, so like you can split your extra attacks and give him one.
Oh, okay.
I got a 17 on my dex save.
Okay. And Calliope?
I got a 15. Sorry. I was trying to see if I had any sort of resistance to anything being invocation, and I don't.
Okay.
Which is so fucking sad.
Yep. And what does protection from fire? Is that a reaction? What is that?
That is just on my DOS loot. I automatically have protection from fire and poison.
So is that resistance or immunity? What does protection mean?
Let's look it up.
Let's see. Protection from energy. Okay, it would take an action from what it looks like. It's the protection from energy spell, which is fire in this case. So you have the ability to cast that spell to a willing creature.
Which I should probably do next time.
Yes, you could.
Okay.
Okay, and then you would get resistance. But, alright. So, luckily for you, bless you, Valdrick, you barely duck and dive out of the way as most of the fire misses you but still catches you. Calliope and Solara not so lucky, as Calliope and Solara, you're going to take 62 fire damage.
Oh my god.
Solara
dead.
Solara halved would be 31 for your resistance.
Oh my god.
Also,
I have 7 health left.
and also 31 to Valdrick for her saved your saved throw. You barely rolled out of the way.
Hold on there for a second.
Okay.
Calliope.
I don't like fighting dragons.
Damn, I thought I could help you, but I actually can't. Sorry, you're gonna take that damage. I'm gonna go ahead and take that, babe.
I have 7 health. Just,
Woo!
these
You know, they are dragons.
Could be worse.
But
I could be worse. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
protection from energy I can cast on anybody, right? Not
It's
just
true. It is touch.
me.
Yep.
Okay.
It is touch. A willing creature.
You're getting a good touch next.
also, I think about to do false life on
I should also
myself.
probably hide. Probably
Alright.
need
Well,
to take cover.
So
next
I have
time.
At this point, you do realize they're close enough. You do realize these are Githyanki, Githzerai and Githyanki.
why the fuck are you
like-
attacking?
One of them is on the back of the dragon, is going to cast something. Let me see here. Where did our residential cleric go?
She's still got her headset on.
Okay.
Just trying to get a bagel. Oh, I'm here. I'm
that's
coming.
fine. In
I'm
your
coming.
you're terrorized by a nightmare in your brain.
Nar.
As you're getting a bagel. You see the image. You see the image of Kalimvor himself. The skin is shredded from his
Oh my.
person, leaving just nothing but bone and rotting flesh.
Is this spell?
Terrorizing you in your brain. You have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, okay, come on.
Wait, is this a spell?
This is a spell. Yep,
Can I counterspell it?
you can. This will be your reaction.
You're gonna pull a gale.
You know, lucky for me, because I rolled a 3 and that would have only been like a 13. So,
Lord bless. 1 second, I'm reading.
thank you. Hopefully that works.
I need you to make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
Let's go, Calliope.
Are
I'm
you casting
also-
this at 3rd level?
I'm
or?
gonna cast it as a 5th level.
Okay. All
Oh my
right.
god.
Um.
This is really gonna touch
I'm
Solar's heart.
Making sure this doesn't hit you. I don't know what it is. but it's okay.
I mean, I have raised dead. If you die, I will get you back. It's okay.
Okay. At a 5th level, Solara, you feel just a cleansing sense of relief go through your brain, and that image is just washed from your brain, and you gain your vision back. The spell seems to have no effect with the counterspell
hint of a nightmare.
in play. It was but a hint of a nightmare. All right, that's his turn. The knight on the back, also a Gith, is going to evaporate in a black cloud of mist and reappear, boom, right back here, and is going to swing on Calliope. Does a 14 hit you, Calliope?
It doesn't.
Dang.
Yes.
All right. First, pulls out his long greatsword, barely misses, destroys one of the barrels next to you. Comes back for a backswing. Does an 18 hit you?
Yes,
Yes.
I've already used my reaction too. I only get one, right?
It's true. That is correct.
Son of a bitch.
You're gonna take 15 slashing and 7 psychic for 22 total as you swipes across your torso, ripping your armor in half, and you also just a massive headache as you go down. Does that take you down? I'm assuming you had 7 left.
Yes. Kirsten takes me down. And
Yeah.
have 7
Oh my
health.
god. I think he hates you.
I do too. Every time we play this game, I'm like, what did you do to piss Chris off?
No. Oh no.
The Githar magic spellcasting creatures. They know,
I
how
didn't even
weak.
get to I had a spell lined up I was gonna ask you about, which was gonna be really helpful.
You were gonna do something.
Well, they're in bad shape right now. They got to do
I don't
something.
care.
Yes, Calliope dead on the ground. So am I.
Let's see. This dragon has Anya on its back, and it's now that dragon's turn.
Get you better armor, Calliope. We gotta stop letting you be visible,
I
Calliope.
Could've
can't
made her go
wear
back in
armor
time.
Is the worst thing in the world. Unless I take a feat when I get the next option that will allow me. But I think it also still
We gotta
messes
hide you
up.
better. We gotta gale you.
Hey, I was at the very front of the ship and I got myself put back.
Calliope's dead.
Alright,
That's not a joke. Calliope's down.
yep, Calliope's down, and
All within like 30 seconds.
the
Not even.
dragon that Anya is riding is going to ignore Anya for the moment and let out another breath attack. This time on Xander and Xerxes, as they were just doused in acid, and they're gonna take 67 fire unless they save.
It's a lot of fire. Yeah, you missed us also taking that same amount of damage, Anya.
I go to the bathroom for 5.
They swept in and really put it down on us.
Okay. All right, both are gonna fail.
Oh no.
All right. A epic battle in the skies, parallel to your skyship, is going on as acid and fire are being traded back and forth. You see Xander and Xerxes just take a beam of fire. And that dragon is gonna, let's see. That dragon is going to go under the ship and attempt to, like, clothesline Anya off the ship as it flies 40 feet this way. Let's see, Anya, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dirty
30-20. Okay.
Back. Thank you.
Okay. Alright, so you see the dragon aiming straight for the ship and is about to try to clothesline you off of it. You're able to slide to the side of the dragon just in time. You're hanging on by one arm, and now you're grappling the dragon on its side as both of you are underneath the ship. So we'll say that's you're back here. A little circle for the dragon. Okay. Calliope, I need you to make a death saving throw, and I need you to text me your result without telling anyone.
Okay.
While you're doing
Do
that,
I
Solara,
add anything to that, or is it just a straight roll?
Just a straight roll. Solara, you're up.
Okay.
Firstly, okay. So, are both the dragons still around, or is it just the one? I forgot. I can't see.
You
I can see,
lost.
but
You lost sight of one.
okay.
And the other one is right in front of you.
That's the one Anya hit when she was on it.
No, that one.
She attacked.
That one.
That
you
one
lost sight
we
of.
lost sight of. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
The other
Okay.
one's on the ship, pretty much headed towards you.
Okay, well, firstly, I'm gonna cast on myself, selfishly, Shield of Faith. We can take care of Calliope later if needed. Love you. I believe in you. I will also... I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to cast, Geos on the dragon. So it's a 5th level spell. It's just you place a magical command on a creature that you see within range. And it'll have to make a wisdom saving throw, essentially. But I'll let you look it up. It's Geos with a G-A-S.
Okay. Let's see.
I don't know what their wisdom is.
What level spell you said?
It's a 5th level.
Okay. And you're casting it on who?
The dragon.
Okay.
Magical creature.
Okay. Okay, you place a magical command on a creature you can see within range, forcing it to carry out some service or refrains from some action, blah, blah, blah. If the
I don't know if it
creature
understands
can
English.
understand you. Yeah, that's,
I kind of forgot about that. Well, I'll just take a chance. Can't understand me, can't understand me. It's worth a shot.
Okay.
Submitted.
So
I wouldn't know. She's panicked.
So
She's like, well, what if I can get it? Okay.
You're
I'm just
commanding
gonna go for
in
it.
common?
Yes. Because
Okay.
I don't think I can be like, how do you say, stop it, Draconic. Anya!
Alright, so
So yeah, I guess
wisdom
just
saving
in
throw.
common, and it'll just, yeah.
What's your spell save DC?
Silly question. I think it's an 18. Or 17, sorry.
Okay. Alright. What is your command?
It would just be, for now, to... I guess stop, just to stop attacking. Chill. That would be it, yeah. I would just be like, stop! Hoping that it gets it.
Okay. Alright. Noted.
Okay.
We will find out on its turn if that
Okay.
works. Do you want to move? You're kind of in the back corner.
Nah, I'm kind of stuck. Like, Calliope's body's there. Nah, I'm kind of stuck. It's okay.
And, yeah, you do have a Gith next to you.
I'm not gonna abandon her wholly.
Okay.
I was wrong, I'm sorry. My spell save DC is 18, if that matters. I was wrong. I didn't have it written down.
That's fine. Either way,
Cool.
a 14 was a fail.
Okay.
Alright, it would be the warrior and the monk, their turns, but they are both dead. So we're at the top of the order. Xander and Xerxes. Let's do... they're gonna turn this way. Xander's gonna attempt to shoot. Pulls out a crossbow on top of the dragon, and shoots at the Gith on top of this dragon. Rolls an 18, and that Gith is that one. 18 will hit. That does 11 piercing. And then, let's see, we're actually gonna get right up there. Hold on a second. Real quick, Calliope, what is your AC?
It's a 17 with mage armor. Are you about to fully murder me?
No, actually the opposite. So that spell that Voldrick cast, they get a minus 1d6 to
Their ability checks, their attack rolls,
Attack
their
rolls.
concentration.
So his attack was an 18. It really should have been a 12. Therefore, you are up and have 7 hit points. I have to retroactively undo that.
Oh my god.
That's
You were
my
just
fault.
taking a little tee-hee haha.
Yeah. Which means I really should let you take your turn because you're not down.
Yeah.
So sorry, I gotta retcon that because I was not thinking. But 12 is a miss. You still have 7 HP. It's your turn.
Yes!
That's fair.
Get up, Calliope, do the thing!
There it is. Alright, now I have a stone here. Okay, I'm gonna cast False Life on myself at a 4th level.
Alright, what does that do?
It is it starts as, for me, a 2d4 plus 4, and then for every spell slot of 2nd level or higher, it's 5 additional temporary hit points. So that would be starting off with 15, and then whatever my 2d4 plus 4 is.
Okay. Alright, go ahead and roll that, do all that addition, and we'll see where that puts you. I do get to make an intelligence saving. I guess is a charisma saving throw to see if his thoughts are unmuddled at the end of his turn. While you do that,
I have. Do I just add that to the points that I have already, or is this a separate thing?
It'll be a separate. It should be temporary hit points. So there should be a section. Yeah. So it'll be separate. So you'll have 7 regular left, and then whatever your total is.
22.
Perfect. Alright, so you have 22 temporary hit points. Okay. So now fast forward, I'll keep the crossbow attack. We're in the middle of Xerxes and Xander's turn. So Xerxes lands here and is going to attempt to bite the Zerth, the Githzerai Zerth, off the back of the red dragon. The bite attack was a 28, that will hit. It will do 15 piercing and 1 acid damage, so 16. And is going to attempt to use one of its dragon maneuvers. Anya, pay attention. Dragon maneuvers. Ravage. The Githzerai Zerth has to make a strength saving throw, or is going to take 40 extra slashing damage. 40 extra. Strength saving throw is a 12 plus 3, 15. Spell save DC was an 18. Fails, 40 extra damage goes through, and that will kill him.
Crazy.
So, you guys see Xander and Xerxes shoots the, kind of leans around Xerxes' head as he's clutching onto the saddle with his legs for dear life. Shoots the crossbow, hits the Zerth. Xander comes, or Xerxes comes skidding to a halt on aboard the skyship, grabs the Zerth in its mouth, bites it, clamps down, and ravages like a dog with a toy in its mouth. Shreds it apart. Armor, guts, green and red blood scattering everywhere, and limbs just being ripped from this body of this Zerth. That is the end of him. Okay, now it is Valdrick's turn.
Okay, so we've got what left? Dragon?
Yep, two dragons. One of them is underneath your ship, as far as you know. And then there's a knight, a Githzerai knight, or a Githyanki knight that almost just took out Calliope.
Does he look bad?
He doesn't look great.
Alright. I'm going to cast Phantasmal Killer on the dragon that I can see.
Okay.
I tap into the nightmares of a creature you can see within range and create an illusionary manifestation of its deepest fears, visible only to that creature. The target must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, the target is frightened for the duration. At the end of each of the target's turn before the spell ends, he must succeed a charisma saving throw or take 4d10 psychic damage. Sorry.
Okay. So he has to make a charisma saving throw, the dragon?
Yeah, I guess my 19.
Alright. Dirty 20.
I would like to cast Lucky as my reaction. I'm gonna force him to reroll.
Is that a feat? Isn't that a feat, Lucky?
Yeah, it's a bard feat.
So it's the Lucky... You have the... I'm not familiar with it. Because there's the Lucky Feat, which you have 3 points of luck to spend.
I know that I get it at level 6. Lucky Bard level 6. 5e.
I'm challenging you on this.
That's fine. I'm also looking it up. Bard 5e.
You are College of Lore.
I am College of Lore. College of Lore.
Yeah, unless it's a spell, I don't see it.
Trades. It might be attached to my DOS loop too. It's my next check. Because I have it written in here, so I know I got it from the book somewhere. can also just use silvery barbs as my reaction, which does essentially the same thing.
Alright, and so Phantasmal Killer is what level spell?
4th level.
4th level. And what's your highest spell slot as a bard?
6th.
6. Okay, so this Silvery Barbs is a 1st level. Okay, when a creature that you can see succeeds on an ability or a saving throw. Okay, yeah, that works. So Silvery Barbs?
Yeah.
Alright, so he has to re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll. Here it comes. What's your spell save DC?
It's 19, and he also gets disadvantage against his spell save because of the DOS loop.
Okay. He also gets a -6 from... No, he passed. He was the one that passed. The other dragon has the -d6.
Yeah.
But either way, I did roll a 10. Plus 8 is 18 to miss. So he fails. Then you can choose a different creature. You can choose yourself to have advantage on the next roll.
I'm gonna give Anya advantage on her next roll as my Silvery Barb.
And that's for the next minute, Anya. Actually, you cannot see Anya. Sorry. Anya is underneath the ship.
Oh, she's under the ship.
Yeah.
I will give advantage to our poor wizard Calliope.
Okay, you can totally see Calliope behind you.
We'll get advantage. I would like to take my bonus action to summon Sevenfer, who has not seen battle in a hot minute, actually, because we kill things so quickly. I'd like to summon Sevenfer and have him come out and take a thwack at that Gith.
Okay. Go ahead and thwack.
I'm a thwack. For 18 to hit.
18 to hit. Should hit. Yep, barely.
It's actually a 19 because I get a +1 bonus to attack rolls.
Okay.
And that's gonna be 1d8. So that's 6 points of regular damage and then 1 point of necrotic damage.
Alright, good to know.
And he is silver tipped, but I don't think that makes a difference for Githyanki. I think that's only for undead.
It depends. But either way. 7 damage applied. Anya, you're up. You are hanging on the side of a dragon. One hand on the saddle, the other hand gripped around its whatever you can find, its neck, belly, underneath the ship.
Casual.
And I attack, like holding onto one and then just like go to slice it down its side.
You can, but it'll be disadvantage. And then
Okay.
at the end
I'll
of your
use my
turn,
movement.
at the end of your turn, I'm gonna make you make a roll to see if you can still hang on to the dragon.
Alright, I'll use my movement to rate myself back up. Where it was. Can I do that?
Trying to think. Yeah, but since so much is going on and you're grappling a dragon, I'm gonna make you make your roll now to try to cancel out that disadvantage for your attacks. So it's gonna be a athletics roll.
Okay. 21.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to right yourself, climb up, you use your movement, you're on the saddle again. Back in the saddle again, and you go to slice.
Okay, slice it. Alright.
Slicing and dicing.
What I do best. 21
Okay. Go ahead.
to hit. Okay. 11 damage.
Okay.
Second attack. 27 to hit.
Yup.
15 damage.
Okay.
And my third attack. 20 to hit.
Yep.
To hit. 14 damage, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, you
Did I kill it?
you climb up on the saddle. You're kind of upside down, hanging, but you do slice 3 times, and on the third strike across the neck, its kind of head dangles, and it's kind of scrambling, scraping the bottom of the ship before it just goes limp. And now you're in a free fall.
I'm gonna quick cast Misty Step. As soon as it starts seeing that, I'm gonna cast Misty Step because I think I should still be within 30 feet, right? I'm gonna cast it
If
again.
you can see the landing, which you definitely can because you're directly under the ship.
Is that a thing?
Let's see. I'm pretty sure you have to be able to see your destination, but let me look it up.
Uh-oh.
An unoccupied space that you can see.
Uh-oh.
You're in a free fall.
Maybe we're actually only like 20 feet off the ground, you know?
Maybe it'll be okay.
You're a solid 10,000 feet above the ground.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
my only bet is that Xerxes will come save me, is really the only thing I have. Otherwise, that's it for Anya. So I'm gonna yell out in Draconic, because I know Xander and Xerxes can both hear. And I'm just gonna yell, I'm falling and I can't get up.
Not the life alert infomercial right now.
Yeah, that was my one, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna make a...
Yay.
They're both gonna make a roll to see if they can hear you. Both of them understand Draconic. So... Yeah, let's see. Okay. I've made my roll. That's the end of your turn, and maybe your character. This dragon is up. Goes to attempt to bite Valdric, but here's... You see some sort of confliction going on with the dragon as it flaps its wings, stands up kind of straight, and comes to a stop, and actually lands on the deck of the skyship, kind of perched like this, and just taking in deep breaths, and it just stops.
Baldric points and laughs at it.
The spell,
No.
the spell seems to have worked. That's it for that one. Now, the Githyanki Knight. Sees this happening, actually kind of flinches, expecting the dragon to breathe fire all over the 4 of you. Kind of turns to see the dragon just giving up almost and just stopping. After Solara, I believe, uttered these words or whatever. And so now is going to attempt to do something to Solara.
No.
And it is a terrible thing. If I can pull it off.
And the funniest gif of a guy falling for an episode recap. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's so funny.
Okay. Solara, I need you to make a strength check, please.
Oof. Not very sure.
I rolled low, but we'll see what you got.
Okay. Okay. +3. Okay, it's a 9.
Okay. I
Looking
rolled
great.
low, but I didn't roll that low.
Okay.
Solara, you see the knight in front of you. Instead of swiping with a sword, kind of growls at you, shoots his hand out, and you feel the weight push into you. Oh no! What happened? What happened? Did our freaking internet cut out? Are we back?
It's okay. We're good. We're good.
For a
The weight of something horrible.
Yeah, you feel all of a sudden light as your feet get kicked out from under you, and you get pushed off the ship. Some psychic power seems to have controlled you.
Oh.
Okay,
It's not
to be fair, I
target!
did it myself. I did it to
Was this the
myself.
plan? I feel like he's just trying
It's
to
the way
push
Chris put you specifically under the ship, Charlotte, because he saw what was coming and was like, oh yeah.
You're gonna fall.
No, he was actually genuinely trying to scrape her off the back, but failed. So, but I was wondering, I'm like, is Charlotte gonna try to kill him? Because okay, so not only is Anya in a free fall, but now Solara, you feel yourself suspended in midair over the ship's side as the Githyanki knight has his one hand out to you and his other hand with his sword to the side. He casts telekinesis on you.
That is rude.
It is very rude.
Matters.
So Calliope, it is your turn. A lot's going on.
Okay. Where are... You have to talk to me about something?
No.
Okay.
I'm just seeing what you're gonna do.
I don't know what I'm
Don't fall off the ship.
What all is left? There's a dragon still alive up here.
Dragon.
Yes, that dragon
And
is...
there's a Githyanki.
Yeah, I gotta
Only
look.
one?
What was the spell? Geese?
What?
Which
Let's see.
Like
Yeah, luckily for you, the dragon does understand common, so that worked.
Oof, I was pretty scared on that. Didn't think about it till after I said it.
Is it concentration? What casting?
No, it just lasts for 30 days.
Oh yeah, duration 30 days.
30 days.
Okay.
What does it do?
He's just under my command, I think, from what I gather.
Yeah.
Yeah. So y'all don't kill it, please.
Yeah. So refrain from some sort of action, which it's refraining from.
Do you have like
fighting.
teleport or something?
Something.
No, I also can't like command it to like kill itself or do anything that would cause it to die. Like, yeah. So I can't
anything
suicide
get
it.
me off the ship and down.
Damn.
Or could you cast Featherfall?
I don't have that, but I don't think is a...
Because I have fly, and I can dive off of the ship after both Anya and Solara.
Listen, I'm just
Problem is I
gonna.
have to touch them.
I'm gonna be like, Fire Dragon, please save me. That's my next case. If he doesn't save me, it's fine, you know. Worth a shot.
He does. You can issue any command you choose.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna plead that he hears me as I fall off the ship.
Yeah,
I can do that in my turn.
It is within 60
So
feet.
don't worry.
10, 20, 30,
I'm gonna.
40, 50. He's within 50 of you, so
Oh.
that it will work.
I'm gonna yell it too.
Okay.
Please save me,
What's
Fire Dragon.
what's Calliope doing first?
1 second.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything that can get you down there. I have fly myself. Not very helpful.
Yeah, so I need to get there faster than she's falling.
Yeah. I'm looking. I'm so sorry.
I'm picturing. I'm just falling straight back like this. I'm just.
Guess I'll die.
Guess I'll die.
Featherfall.
Featherfall. Now wait, can you get to the edge and see her? Is she within range?
To be fair, you guys don't know that I'm falling.
Yeah, it should be a perception check, Calliope, to see if you even know that she's falling.
That's true.
I rolled
But
2
I know
for...
Solara's falling.
You do know that.
And they also have to be within 60 feet of me. That it's a perception to even know if Anya's falling?
Yeah.
Yes. Because he's directly under the
Oh,
ship.
yeah, no, I don't know she's falling. I don't. That
Yep.
was a 5.
Yeah, you did not hear her within the whipping of the air around you and the clanging of magic and swords and arcanic
Yeah, so
blasts.
I don't.
So what are you doing?
I don't have anything to get us down there. Also, I mean, there's also telekinesis, but I don't think that's gonna do.
That's
Alright.
what the Githyanki knight just cast on Solara.
Yeah, which pushed her off.
Yep.
So there's one Githyanki and one dragon left,
Yep.
and if I don't touch the dragon, he won't attack for the moment.
Yes.
True.
Okay.
Kill that kid. He was swanging at you anyway.
Yeah,
Well,
Benji
I'm
at
gonna
least.
cast Fireball at him. He made me unhappy.
You're gonna cast Fireball at the Gith that is adjacent
As a-
to you?
Look, I specialize in that, so the
Specialize
people
in
around me are
blowing myself
protected
up.
against it. I can pick. I make a
Protect
little
the
relative.
ship, too, so that we
Yeah.
don't have a flaming tush.
Okay, maybe I don't cast Fireball. It would have made me really happy. Okay. I died for a second. Fine. I'll cast Lightning Bolt as a 4th level.
Okay.
Also, what is it with the men in this campaign and naming ships after themselves? I thought ships were supposed to be women.
No one's looking.
They supposed to be female.
They should
Male.
be.
The Tush feels right up there, but
Oh wait, is
only if I
Lightning
didn't know his name was Tush. I wish I knew his first name, and I
No.
pray that it's Seymour.
Anya and Solara were yeeted off the tush. The rest of you are riding the tush.
First door.
Waldrick will ride this
Fell
Tush
off.
to victory.
The
Alright.
Githyanki has to make a dexterity saving. It's a stroke of lightning in a line, so I'm gonna angle it so it only hits the Githyanki.
And I think he still gets minus a d6 if he hasn't saved yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can
I
move
think
here and
he-
shoot it off the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, the d6 even won't matter. That's a
I
low
also
roll.
have it. I don't think. Okay, that works.
I got an
Because
8.
I have advantage. Oh yeah, no, that's lower.
8's a fail.
I did this as a 4th level. 1d6, so it is 9d6 lightning damage.
Alright. Roll that ish up.
$32.
Hell yeah.
32.
God.
Blast that bitch.
Okay. You hold your spellbook open as you point your wand. Is it a wand or a staff? You have a wand, right?
Wand.
Yeah, you flick your wrist, and a bolt of lightning shoots down from the sky, uses your wand as a conductor, and blows a hole straight through this Githyanki warrior, through its green, thin skin, straight through its chest. It had exactly 32 health left. You guys are getting crazy lucky. Not lucky, skill, whatever. He falls over limp and no longer has a telekinetic hold on Solara, and she just free falls, is continuing to free fall.
Hey, Valdrick.
Just practice, you guys.
Speaking of which, Solara, you are up. You're in a free fall. I'm trying to see if you
Kill for the dragon.
use a command to. Let's see.
Yeah, I was a little unsure on that. You know, if it doesn't obey, or if it doesn't act in a timely manner to my instructions, it will take 5d10 psychic damage. But it only takes that once a day.
Okay.
So, just seems like, just charmed by me.
Yeah, I would say you would use your action to command it to do something.
Yeah,
on its
I
turn.
would. Okay, so then yeah, as I'm just falling, I'm just gonna plead, please save me, fire dragon, please. And just hope that he doesn't want to refuse that, because he definitely could if he really wants to just take that damage. Anyways, but yeah, I remain falling for now. Otherwise, my boy Kellenvor is my backup.
Okay.
Alright.
You get a +1.
Yeah, I'll be
You
falling
get
for at
+1
least a
to
couple
your
turns.
Kellenvor call?
Yeah, true. I'll be like, please save me and Anya. I got that divine intervention, that is true. Forgot.
Alright, good to know. So, that's your action. Xander and Xerxes, top of the order. We're back to their turn. You guys see Xander take his reins on the saddle and whip Xerxes a hard 180, and they jump off the edge of the ship again, backwards this way.
Gone to save their lady love.
And the
Go, Nick Jonas, no!
let's see, is that guy? Oh, all the Gith are dead, so this guy shouldn't be here. He's dead. Cool. So, the other dragon would get an attack of opportunity if he does go against the command of Solara, which I'm going to let fate decide. I happen to have a chance cube.
The chance cube.
A blue, he obeys your command. A red, he disobeys.
Oh no.
I rolled a blue. I kid you not.
Whew.
I rolled a blue. So
Sheesh.
no attack of opportunity. They jump off the cliff. Let's see, it's 5, 10, 15, 20. What is his speed? 60 flight. So he flies 40 feet down to where Anya is and is gaining on her. I would say he's moving twice as fast as Anya is falling. And he's even gonna use. He has supple wings, which means he can use dash as a bonus action. So he's gonna dash an extra 60 feet down, scoop down, and on his action, he hasn't actually used an action yet. Xander is going to reach up and the free falling Anya, gonna try to rein her in. Both of you are now reaching for each other at this point, Anya. So I need you both to make. Let's do dexterity. Dexterity check.
Okay.
So just my straight modifier, right?
Yup.
Okay. How much is a bardic inspiration right now?
Is it a D10 or
Is it a
D12?
D10?
D10.
Okay. Let's see. Ooh, rolled a 10. Okay, so I'm at 21.
Okay. He rolled an 11. So he kind of reaches out for you, misses at first, but then you grab him and he clasps you like this, and he
You
begins
saved
to
yourself.
he begins to pull you in.
I did.
As Xerxes is trying his best to level out, pulls you in and trying to think how he would do it. He would put you behind him.
So we can tenderly into his arms.
You're kind of behind the saddle, straight on just bare dragon spine, because the saddle only seats one. But
He has her arms around him.
Yeah.
yeah, it's very romantic.
Hold on tight, spider monkey.
It's very romantic.
Not the spider monkey. Oh, gosh.
We're flying a victory today, baby.
Valdrick, you're up.
I mean, the first thing Valdrick's gonna do is run to the side of the ship and look down to make sure that her friends aren't dead.
Okay, make a perception roll.
21.
Okay, yeah, you look over the edge, just as Anya is mounting Xander, if you will.
Nice, Valdrick says.
I think I'm mounting Xerxes.
Mounting Xerxes,
to be
but
fair.
straddling Xander.
Nice! 10 out of 10. Great. And I can see... Do I see Solara still just falling?
You do. You do. She was floating over the edge for a second, and now she seems to be dipping below the ship, and the ship is still moving, and she's starting to kind of slowly go back that way. Oh, you can't see because the camera. There she is.
Oh.
Anya.
You're the. Oh.
She's out there.
They're coming up this way, Anya, Xander, and Xerxes.
And the other dragon is still just stopped on
Yep.
the helm of their ship. Yeah.
Yep, stopped and just
Valdrick is
not moving,
not chill with that.
breathing heavily.
Oh, his turn now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd cast
Just
Fly
like-
on myself and start moving towards Solara, just in case he's,
Okay. 2, 4, 6.
I'm gonna do one of these.
Is fly in action?
Yeah, Fly is a spell.
Okay, fly. I just want to see the speed on that thing.
60.
Oh, flying speed of 60. Cool. Okay, so 30, 40, 50, 60, and Solara's continuing to fall down this way. I'd say she's probably about you're to where she's at, but now she's about 20 feet below you in a free fall. So theoretically, next turn you could try to make a dive.
Nice. I'm just gonna hover over her and give her 2 big thumbs up. Nothing to fear! We're looking great! Everything's going awesome right now!
I'm just like, thank you.
Okay, cool. Anya, you're up. You're on the back of Xander and Xerxes.
Yeah, you are. Firmly.
Are we close to the ship? Are we flying back up?
You
Do we have
are.
room for one more?
You're dipping up this way, sort of, kind of near. You see to the left. You see above you, just spread eagle, Valdrick jumping over the ship towards Solara, who is in a
Starfish.
very clearly in a free fall. Yeah. I would say this point
Like,
combat
I'm coming for you.
is done. I can fade that out.
You! Me! Ah!
Like you get to me and you're like, I forgot to cast fly.
Now we're both gonna die, babe.
Gosh, I guess I would see Valdrick and I'd be like, okay, Valdrick probably. I know that Valdrick has fly because she's cast it on me before.
I have
So-
ridden
Yes, I'm gonna. Okay, I'd ask if Xerxes has room for one more just in case. Or no. If like 2 is his max.
You're asking Xerxes directly?
That boy.
Oh, I guess it has Xander. Because I can just, he's right there.
Okay, he says, Xerxes, fly up and drop us off. And then go catch her friend. And, you take that as a no.
Okay. Alright, that's my turn. I mean, that's all I can do,
Yeah,
right?
you can't really do much back there. Okay, it's the dragon's turn. It's still commanded to stop. I think... yeah, it's obeying. It's stopped. So that means up next would be Calliope.
Command, though, to come and save her.
Yeah, did she commanded it to
Oh,
come save her?
yes, yeah, sorry. So the dragon has a flying speed of 80.
Oh.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and then 10 feet down. It just flew just under you, Valdric, and is now directly between you and Solara. Still about 10 feet from Solara.
Aldrich, you want to ride a dragon?
I don't know, is it gonna fucking eat us?
I don't think so. No guarantees, though.
I guess it does have a dash, so it'll use its dash and use the rest of its movement to try to catch you, Solara. So same thing, let's do a strength. You're going to do a strength roll, a dexterity roll.
I can grab on.
And there's no
Okay.
assistance, though, because there's no rider this time.
17.
Okay. Yeah, I would say you're able to, with its remaining 70 feet, it kind of uses that to try to glide and match your speed. It dips down way beneath you, like 40 feet, and then attempts this glide. The 17, you slam onto the back of it, as it does come to a skidding halt in midair. So you will take 2d6 bludgeoning, which will be 9. 9 bludgeoning.
I'd be like,
As
feel like
you-
that was on purpose. That's okay.
Yeah, it comes to a screeching halt. You slam into the back of it, but you are able to hold on, just taking 9 bludgeoning. And it does still have
Thank
the
you.
saddle of the remaining.
Thank you so much, Fire Dragon. I really thank you. I know you could have not done that. He's just. I imagine it was annoyed.
Like, the fuck is happening today?
Okay. Calliope, you're up. I would say at this point we're out of combat, so we can kind of act freely. I'll let Valdric act next since you're mid-flight.
Probably a good time to
Grab on to the saddle, dragon's tail, anything that I can to get me back up onto the
The
ship
tail.
quickly. Dragon tail,
Yep.
grabbing onto dragon tails.
This will be. I'll say dexterity, but at disadvantage because the dragon doesn't know to try to catch you. It just has the command to save Solara. So on its way up, you go to reach for it. Go ahead and roll disadvantage dexterity.
First
I'm just picturing like Mary Poppins. Just like
literally, that's
flying.
the vibe. 16 with disadvantage. Well, hold on, I got Jack of all trades, so that's actually 18 with disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose I'll allow it. So you grab hold, a couple of the spikes on the tail bump on your arm, but you do manage to hold on to it. With the sheer force of you trying to grapple, you are going to take some slashing damage just from the tail.
Valid.
Another 2d6.
Expected.
That one's going to be 6. 6 slashing damage just onto your hands as both of your hands are sliding down its spiky tail. But you do manage to grab hold. It flies the two of you back on board. as does Xander, Xerxes, and Anya. And you're all
You guys,
back
we
on
weren't
board.
supposed to get off of the ship yet. We're not supposed to be jumping off the edge yet.
Yep.
So that was
Practice.
really good practice, though, you guys. Learned what not to do.
The crewmates are bringing up buckets of water and dousing the fire that's on the side of the ship from the one fire attack.
It was still the flaming tush for a couple of minutes.
They're taking the barrels that are on fire and they're quickly trying to like throw them overboard. So there's just these flaming barrels getting thrown overboard instead of them trying to douse it out, and they just kind of douse the area that it was around.
They seem
I
like
think we
they
should
need
have
help with
left.
how they're like handling it.
One of them, okay, rolls very well on trying to throw the barrel. So he does, his nightgown does catch on fire, and he just drops to the deck immediately, starts rolling around. Does take a bit of fire damage, but is able to douse out the fire. So you see these 4 crewmates running up, dousing fire, trying to throw flaming stuff overboard. Some of them are catching fire and rolling, or one of them caught fire and is rolling around.
The Githyanki bodies are still up here, right?
They are. Yep.
I want to go
2 of
look
them
at
are.
them to see if there's anything on them.
Their teeth.
Baldric wants their teeth. I want to know if there's anything on them to tell me why they attacked or who sent them or anything of note.
Okay.
Symbols, any note.
Yeah, go ahead and make a investigation roll.
Baldric, pull out some teeth.
Yeah, what do I need to roll to pull my teeth again? I've got an extraction kit now, so I'm not just raw dogging it.
Ooh, nat 20.
Oh!
Okay. Alright, Baldric, I'll get to you
Would
in
have
a
been
second.
so helpful earlier.
With a nat 20, you find, let's see... You find 31 gold pieces worth of... Yeah, just...
Yay, I'm broke.
you find some... let's see... Between the 2 of them... Oh, wait. Oh my gosh, I rolled 2 6s. You find 12 rubies.
Ooh, that's
Wow.
Just kind of either on their necklace, in their headband, kind of on their forehead that goes across, on their shin plates. So it might take some extracting. Some of them are pretty easy to kind of grab, like the necklace. Some of them are like embedded in their armor. Some of them are destroyed, but what's remaining is 12 rubies that are just kind of embedded in their armor. So if you have means of extracting them, you could. 3 of them you're able to get just freehand, but the other 9 are pretty good in there, so you would need some sort of extraction kit to grab them.
Funny, I do have an extraction kit.
Do you?
I do!
I'll call over to Baldric and be like, there are some rubies in
I'm
here.
already there, baby.
Yeah, I feel like if
Already
you want to,
examining their mouths.
yeah, if you want to get the rubies out, we can split them.
Yeah,
4 for each of us.
yeah. I don't need the rubies, but I'll get them out for you.
You don't want the shinies to
No, no.
trade to get more money for teeth and shit?
No, no.
Okay.
You don't trade for teeth. You kill for
Okay.
teeth.
Then we'll split the rubies between the other 4 of us. I'm assuming Anya wants
That's
rubies.
good. I'm gonna extract rubies and teethies.
Oh. 4 for each of us.
Okay, so go ahead and roll a dexterity check for your extraction. This would get Jack of all trades too.
17 plus 3, just 20 plus 2, so 22.
Okay. So there's the other 2 Githyanki have been disintegrated, fell off the face of the earth. The other 2 are up there with you. on their persons. You're able to extract some dice rolls. 14 teeth total.
Fucking sweet.
They're just regular looking teeth. The Gith look like regular people except just green and flat nose. Pointed ears like elves. Maybe some clawed toes, but
Ew.
No, Valdrick does not.
Does not fuck with those?
No, she doesn't discriminate teeth-wise.
Huh.
She knows where all the teeth come from, and even if they look normal, she knows they're not normal.
I'll let you keep that roll for extracting the rubies. You're able to get all but one. One of them is really stuck in there or something, and you go to extract it, and it breaks and just kind of shatters into bits and pieces. So, but you do extract. You do extract 8 plus the 3 that Calliope was able to get freehand. So 11 rubies, 31 gold pieces, 14 teeth, and a partridge in a pear tree.
I'll look at Solar and Anya. Do you want rubies?
What are they worth?
I don't know. They're
Is it
What
worth
are they
1,000
worth,
gold
Chris?
pieces?
probably
Probably not.
not.
Just keep them on you. Worst case, I'll
Okay.
just tell you I need it.
That's true. I have a spell that I might have to steal a diamond at some point, so.
Yeah, pretty sure you still owe me for the diamonds I've given you. So
I've only taken
okay.
one.
the diamond, my bad.
The diamond.
okay.
And then broke. So let me
It's
get back
okay.
to you on that.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
That's true.
In your natural 20 investigation check, among finding all of that, you don't find any notes or anything per se, but you do notice on both. They both have great swords. One is silvered, and on both of the great swords are etched some sort of which you would assume is Githyanki, Gith language, some sort of sentence etched in the blade itself on both of them. But
I'm gonna take the silver one.
Okay.
Or give it to Anya.
You said
Believe it
it's
or
in,
not, does anybody know what this is? I'm keep it because it looks
you said
nice.
it's in Githyanki.
Yeah.
It's in
Oh
Gith,
wait, I
yeah.
don't comprehend languages. Wait. I'm a
Oh,
dum-dum.
let's go.
Usually I also have that, but do it, wizard. Still putting teeth in a jar.
I need it in language. Yeah. I'm gonna cast comprehend language on
Oh.
myself.
Okay. You cast comprehend language, and what looks like gibberish, chicken scratch, all of a sudden becomes clear in your mind, and you are able to translate it to common as "Vlaakith's will be done."
Common. Plebes. Also
So
is
you can
black
you can choose to relay that to the group.
Yeah, I will. I was like, have we pissed off the Githyanki recently?
Didn't we see some when we were in the Feywild when we were dealing with the hag?
And collecting Navarre, yes. Was
I
that
think
where
we
you guys
also
met
saw
Navarre? No,
some
you,
in
No, Navarre was there. That's when we met Calliope, right?
yeah, that's where you met
You
Calliope.
guys met me in that weird plane dimension when I joined, and there were Githyanki there.
Yep, that was the
I
last
can't
time you
remember
saw
if we
them.
killed them or not. We
Mm.
probably did.
They were
Did we not?
destroying you guys.
Yeah, they swept in and really fucked us. I don't remember making an enemy out of Vlaakith.
Well, add her to the list.
I was going to say I
offer
have the
sword
list,
to
so
Anya. Be like, it looks like a sword.
on to the kill list she goes.
It's silver. We can at least sell it probably at some point.
Yeah, I'll take it. I do have a greatsword, so I can swap it out.
At this point, you hear behind you a screech of the dragon as it just its wings kind of like over its brain, and it kind of backs up. And after it clears itself, it jumps over the ship and attempts to fly away, taking 5d10 psychic because it went against your will.
My friend.
Bye.
I wanted him to stay.
Thanks so much for helping. I'm sure Vlakith will totally forgive you for that.
Oh. That's the scary god lady I stashed in Baldur's Gate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thought she immediately murdered me. I was so angry.
I'm gonna see if this kills it.
I did, and she was like, you know what, fine, I'll just kill you then. I was like,
I would have let it go. It didn't have to do all that. You know?
It didn't know
I feel
that.
like if you
I
let it
would've
go,
killed
it
it.
might.
I would have killed it.
It takes 32 damage. Still survives, so it jumps off the edge as it flaps away.
Damn, I didn't get a single tooth from a dragon.
Let him
That's a
go.
shitty day, friends.
Dragon did fall apart. But you
He
gotta
saved my
forgive
life.
me.
It's the best I can do for him. Dragons have feelings, right? A little bit.
And that dragon just tried to kill us, and it almost succeeded.
I mean,
Well,
he's for sure
you know-
going to his own death, so.
True.
Yeah. It's alright. We'll be gone.
Oh, I have to turn to Xander. And I'm gonna. I'll say, thank you for saving me. I owe you one.
Don't mention it. It's what you would do for me.
Yeah.
And turns to tend to Xerxes' wounds as Xerxes
Baldur's fucking cat.
morphs back into his human form, kind of holding his side.
Can I give him?
Both are pretty scorched in from the fire damage.
I've got a potion of greater healing that I'll give to Xerxes.
Okay.
Oh, can I cast Mass Cure Wounds on, I guess, all of us? Let me count. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I took no damage. Don't do anything to me.
You get nothing! I'll do Mass Cure Wounds on everybody.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that healing as I do some calculating.
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 6, 14. So it's 14 plus 8. 22.
22.
Plus my spellcasting ability modifier. Which is 19, I think. No, sorry. It's 8. So everybody takes 30 healing. Hell yeah. That's
Oh.
almost your whole hit bar.
For the combat, I do have the XP total here.
Give it to me.
You defeated everything except for the red dragon. I gave you half XP for the red dragon that escaped. And so you are going to have to split it 5 ways, sharing it with Xander and Xerxes, but you do receive 3,240 each.
Woohoo!
Might need to rewrite my character sheet out. That way I write my experience points in really, really thin.
Nice.
And then you hear from behind you, Captain Tush. Did you see that, ladies? What a performance by ye, your captain! Keeping the ship steady while you fight to death's end.
You're fucking awesome, Captain Tush.
Second encounter with a dragon this year. Second success, I may add. Although this time it was out without the cannons. Just pure might and muscle by the ladies. Well done. Speaking of dragons, that one did not inform us that he was a dragon. I'd like to speak to that. Typically, I'd have you thrown off me ship, but since you helped, I guess a thank you in order. And Xerxes taking the greater potion, sitting kind of on a barrel, resting against the back, kind of waves his hand. Well, you'd be glad to know we'll make it there in no time. About dawn, you'll be seeing it on the horizon.
We're gonna be much more organized with our leaping off of your ship this time.
My question is, what were they after? And why did they appear out of nowhere?
Both very good questions that we would also like to know the answer to.
I feel like we need to go talk.
I've kept a really thorough list of gods we've pissed off, and that god is not one of them.
Wasn't it just sent by Diabras?
I don't want to tell Captain Tush that.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I think the four of us need to go talk in a corner quietly.
That was the
That was the
battle
battle
cam.
map.
Yeah.
I was like, who just left?
Yeah, that was
I
the
was
battle
like,
cam.
Amber straight up said, "Hard out tonight."
Yeah.
Said night.
I got thrown
Hard
off a ship.
stop.
I am done.
At least you didn't almost die, but then get brought back.
All right. It's about 4 a.m. So you were kind of in the middle of your long rest before this happened.
What sleep?
He did mention that dawn you would be there. So if you were trying to heal from this combat, you would have to sleep until like 9 or 10, and that apparently is not an option according to Captain Tush because of dawn approaching.
I'm gonna die.
So
You know, we healed enough. I'm feeling pretty good, feeling alive,
I do
feeling
have
really awake.
I want to see my temporary hit points last.
Nothing like dragons, demons, and launching off the side of the ship to really awaken the spirit within you.
That was not how I wanted to wake up.
Yeah, I'm ready for the day at this point. That was
A lot.
invigorating.
Yeah, at this point I'm like traumatized of going to sleep.
Yeah, I think that Calliope and I would quietly, in a very demure manner, take Solara and Anya aside and just give them the quick
Rundown of the
rundown
Diabras
of what the heck just
situation.
happened.
okay, I would assume you guys kind of go back under the deck because it's still wind whippingly cold up here.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Um,
All right, you all make it down onto the deck. The crewmates still dousing the fire and doing what they can to repair any damages to the ship, but the ship overall took the hit pretty well. As did you all. And as the crew are upstairs, you have the entire cabin below to yourselves, save for Xander and Xerxes. The Churnwoods are still in their room. Don't even know if they heard.
probably for the best. That girl does not need to know what
She's
just
gonna
happened.
never want to take an
She does
airship
not need
after
that.
this.
Yeah, I'm gonna regale. I mean, both of us, I guess, are gonna story tell of what happened.
Yeah. Info dump. Go.
and then follow it up by saying, I mean, I don't want to say it was, he who shall not be named that sent the dragons and the Githyanki for us, because we could have two completely separate enemies that coincidentally just appeared while we were in the middle of sleeping right after he said something really ominous like that. But it's also really poor timing on his part, because he told us to send a message and then immediately sent them. Like, that's kind of really shitty of him.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he would have done that if he wanted the message to get out.
Oh, I guess I should too. I'm gonna send a message to Diabras and say, your father creepy jumped us while sleeping. Wants to know your location. Didn't give to him. Be wary. Also fought dragons. XOXO Voldrick. Those 23 words, I think.
Okay.
Also, what are they doing to hide from him if he had to come to us to find his
And
son?
how do we do it?
Truthfully, yes, because that was creepy, and I don't like that he can project himself towards us.
I don't like that he can cast spells while he's projecting at us. That's the one that gets me. He was just missed.
Voldrick, pick a number between 1 and 20.
17.
I rolled a 16. You hear back in response, good to know. Glad to hear you're safe. It's best to limit this form of communication. Will reach out when I can. D. The big D.
So, XO. Big D. Great. Well,
All I can think of is Harry Potter with that. I'm sorry.
I did my big D. I did my due diligence and let him know, and it's up to them to keep themselves safe at this point. And obviously they're doing a fantastic job, better than we're doing. We, as a group, really need to figure out a spell that keeps us safe while we're sleeping. We've really run into that problem consistently over the years. I just would like to state.
But did we die?
We did not.
Didn't die.
I'd really love for people to stop popping in on us while we're sleeping. It really offsets.
It's really creepy.
I was having a lovely dream about a very tiny Captain Tush who was dancing, and I was playing fiddle with the balloon. That's neither here nor there, but I would really like to not be interrupted anymore. I quite enjoy my slumber.
I'm sorry for interrupting your slumber. He interrupted
Yeah, that's very true.
and was asking me questions that I didn't know the answer to. He picked it
Spit on them.
out of 4 people. He picked the worst one to come talk to.
So at dawn, we're jumping off.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Had we told Xander that was the plan yet, or no?
He gave us the plan.
Yeah. He's the one that told us we should jump off the side of the ship.
He's the one who suggested such plan.
That's right.
And we all looked at him like, you are a crazy
That's right.
person.
Because he's like, I can
What?
fly. I don't know about you guys.
Oh,
Okay, so
God.
how are we divvying this up? Like, what do we have again?
Alright. I'm gonna touch everyone. Good touch. Consensual touch. We're all gonna touch. Alright? And then we're all gonna just like I did, we're gonna... Voldrick's gonna make a little starfish pose in the air. Like one of those little flying squirrels. And we're just gonna... Whew, right off the edge. And then we're just gonna kind of angle ourselves down. Just right into it. Just... You know?
How long does fly last?
I think a minute. I think 10 minutes. Let's see. Duration. Up to 10 minutes. Concentrating.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Do
If
you
we
have enough
fucking
spell
go-
slots left?
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't use a whole lot during that combat, surprisingly.
Yeah, they had a bad first round. 2 Gith got in the before they could activate.
In my head, people really just be underestimating the wenches consistently, and that's why we always get the first jump on bitches.
Your DM.
They're underestimating if they almost one-shot you.
Don't worry about that.
These were young red dragons, by the way. Statistically
Oh, lucky
speaking.
for us.
Young red
Yeah, I
dragons.
figured.
I figured.
Yep, there are different tiers. You know,
Now I think I could be called Dragon Slayer Anya.
Yeah, Dragon Slayer, Dragon Layer. We're really getting all the dragon marks.
At this point, you hear a door close, and you all turn to see Lord Chernwood in his nightgown and cap, little wizard cap, looks like.
Hey,
And
buddy.
he says, "Hello. Yes. I heard a commotion.
Oh. Little party.
Spare me the details. I could see from our window. Not a word to the wife. I gave her a very, very heavy potion. It should keep her asleep for perhaps the next, how much is it? 10 hours possibly. So, yes, it was for her sickness, and it was quite convenient that you all were protecting the skyship with your combative ways. So, yes, please, thank you, are in order. Thank you for protecting us. We are honored to have you as a part of our security detail for this stretch. But please, don't tell my wife. She will never fly again.
I've got to tell you, my man, just real quick, on this same thread of thought, that those dragons for sure here because of us, and in order to keep you safe, we've opted to make just a quick exit a little early. Truly, it's the littlest of early, because you're almost to your destination. You've almost made it all the way there, and to keep you and your beautiful wife so safe, we are going to be getting off at dawn. At dawn. Yeah.
Very well. That is understood, and I think it is optimal because we are almost to Karsh, I believe. After all that's been done, I think we would just land at Karsh and figure out a way by land or by sea to get to Westwind. Probably talk to King Runard. I have very good relationships with him and the Karsh people. See if we can get some sort of a security detail for us to travel by land to Westwind. But it is good to hear that you have a plan for yourselves, and I have no doubt that Diabras' head will be on the desk of our beloved Emperor sometime soon. I believe in you all.
That means a lot to us.
I'm going to go return to my slumber, and like I said, let's keep this a secret. The wrath of Lady Chernwood. Nope.
And tell the great lady that she did fantastic. We're all very proud of her.
Yes.
Round of applause.
I will. When she wakes up in several hours, I will. Good night. And he goes to shut the door. All
Well,
right.
I'll keep watch if anyone wants to sleep before dawn.
I'm awake now.
Yeah, I don't know what's better there. Like, how many hours is it till dawn at this point?
About 3 hours.
I'm not sure that's worth it.
Oh, I'm gonna try to go back to sleep then. Solara's going back
I
to
don't
sleep.
know. I think I'm gonna take a potion or something because I only have 37 hits.
Okay. Alright. Alright, I think unless you guys have any other conversation, we can fast forward to dawn and then end for the night our session.